Ahoy there, mateys, and welcome to another episode of VincentVision. I am here at Universal Studios, Florida, and let me tell you, even on a weekly basis, I come to these parks and I go, man, what am I going to talk about today in my video? Like, what is going on that is so noteworthy that people will want to see it? And let me tell you, Halloween Horror Nights is the gift that keeps on giving. I am here at the park to show you guys some more Halloween Horror Nights construction updates, and believe it or not, it is going strong. There is a lot more to talk about. It is very exciting. We have more scare zones, we have food booths, we have more decorations. It is going to be a really, really exciting video, and we're just hanging out at one of my favorite places to hang out. So welcome to the latest episode of VincentVision. Wachow. So we're here at Universal Studios, Florida, doing some Halloween construction updates, considering there are no other big updates happening right now in the park. Mummy. I'm here by the waters of Universal Studios in the San Francisco area of the park, right behind Lombard's Landing, where I don't know if you guys have ever noticed the statue, but there's a statue over here. That's kind of cool. I've never seen that before. The San Fran area of the park has actually just added its decorations for what is going to be, it's safe to assume, a witches scare zone. We got witches, baby, and this is great. This lines up with the traditional Halloween feel that we've been seeing in some of the other scare zones over in Hollywood and New York so far. This new one here is all witches, and this is pretty exciting. This is really great. It looks great. There's a giant stage with a big old door, a witch's cauldron, some runic decorations. So I'm expecting we're going to get a little bit more than like your green-faced nose and big hat witches. These are going to be some scary, scary witches. And what we have also gotten in this area, which is pretty exciting, is a little bar tucked away here on the side of Lombard's Landing, right by the Witch's Scare Zone. It is also a themed bar, so it has the same runic style and decorations as the Scare Zone itself. This is great. I remember this being a really great area to get drinks if you didn't want to wait in a long line. It seems like it's going to be a full-service bar, so for those of you who are looking for a mixed drink that isn't just like the pre-mixed drink that they sell all around the park, and you don't want to wait in a long line for Finnegan's, this is probably going to be a really great spot to go. Definitely like a hidden spot. So here in the New York area of the park, there haven't been that many updates. They put out the usual drink booth near the big statue out in the New York area of the park. But what is new, and honestly pretty exciting, is that they have turned Sting Alley into a full-on butcher shop. There is a food stand here and what looks to be even a drink stand at the end corner over there. It is like pretty decorated so far, and this is just the beginning. You walk in like as if you're walking into a freezer, and while we don't really know what to expect from the New York Scare Zone just yet, I do have my hopes that this is going to be a reference to Meaty Meats. This was a character from Halloween Horror Nights history. They actually filmed the video for his haunted house in this area here, so that's just wishful thinking on my end. I think it would match up, especially since they have that Major Sweets character over by the entrance of the tribute store. I think they match, and if this ends up being like a Meaty Meats butcher shop where you can get some ribs and, I don't know, like a Bloody Mary, I hope there's a Bloody Mary. I love the Universal Bloody Marys. This will be pretty exciting. I'm definitely excited to see this particular area turn into something more. And I think just in general, they're just working a lot harder on the food and drink experience here in the parks. Like, there's a booth over by Men in Black, the big old pumpkin that's probably going to have pumpkin food like they did last year. This new one here, I'm very, very excited. Food is just as big of a deal for a lot of people during Halloween Horror Nights as are the haunted houses, and like the food has really leveled up over the past couple years. I do have a hope for anyone who might have any influence on the food. If you're watching this video, last year you guys had a Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface cherry pie. It was amazing, and if that comes back this year in any way, shape, or form, like, please, we need it. It was so good. If you've had it and you're watching this video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's got to be back here some way. Please, just wishful thinking. Down here are some newly decorated booths as well, and these are actually kind of fun. At first I was a little confused by the decoration for these booths, but then I realized these are meant to be houses, and these are houses decorated for Halloween with decorations that you would find at any normal Halloween store. You know, Spirit Halloween, all that. I remember I used to put that sort of like a, gosh, what is it, vinyl or plastic or whatever on front of my door. You know, you'd put a design like this on there. I think it's cool, I think it fits, and I just hope there's some really great food attached to it. I'm here in the film vault right by the Transformers ride, And just like I thought, those wonderful Roosevelt shirts from the Tribute Store are still here, still kicking in the park. So do not worry, if you missed the Summer Tribute Store, you still have a chance to get a lot of the really cool merchandise. You just won't get to see how cool the store actually was in person. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and let you guess. Over here at the front of the park, Production Central, we're just getting our first little bit of scare zone as well. They've got this big old archway set up down the street. This is going to be one of the first things people see, and they're going to see what I assume is going to be a lot of pumpkins. There are quite a dozen on there now. I'm sure they aren't finished. I'm expecting this thing to be decked out head to toe with pumpkins. And the interesting thing is, like, they're not all super scary. Actually, the most of them right now are kind of cute, which makes me wonder, like, what the vibe of this year is going to be. Are we really going to double down? Is it really going to be scary and intense, or are we shifting more towards just like a more Halloween-y type experience where, yeah, it's still going to be people out in the streets scaring you, but we're expecting more of a traditional, fun Halloween? I don't know. We'll see what happens once we get more of these scare zones. Meanwhile, over in what we know right now as the Nettlewood Cemetery scare zone in the Hollywood section of the park, they have gone nuts. They have gone all out. All the set pieces that were here before are now fully decorated with statues, moss, there are trees, fog machines have been added to them. In my opinion, this thing looks ready to go. I think this is our first scare zone that has been completed. They could open this thing up tomorrow, put some actors out here, and I'm sure it would be guest ready. I think we just need to figure out what's going to be inside the scare zone. Is it going to be ghosts? Is it going to be vampires? Is it going to be both? Who knows? Who knows? But it looks great. It is really exciting to see it. This is the most Halloween Horror Nights that we have gotten so far, and it is just, I don't know, it's really exciting. The Central Park Scare Zone looks pretty much exactly as I left it. The biggest addition, though, is right here next to Cafe La Bamba. They have added a very bright and very fluorescent Dia de los Muertos inspired food booth. And the most interesting thing about this is that if we can infer based off of like decorations near other scare zones, the witch scare zone in the San Francisco area has a witch bar near it. So the Dia de los Muertos scare zone will have a Dia de los Muertos bar next to it. This is traditional Halloween in parts of the world, and we do have the pumpkins at the front of the park. So this would normally be a great area for pumpkins. I could see these stages, which I thought would be like arenas, be maybe dancing stages, platforms where dancers could be dancing above you. I could see that happening, and I'm excited for it. And those are all the Halloween Horror Nights updates for this video. Thank you. Thank you. Now, in my continued effort to showcase the wonderful places to eat here at Universal Orlando, I've actually decided to have lunch at one of my favorite restaurants. In fact, I think probably my favorite quick service place here in the parks. It is the Today Cafe. This is a great spot for sandwiches, cold drinks, and a great place to sit indoors and eat as well, because it is August and it is so hot. So let's go get a table, let's get some food at the wonderful Today Cafe. So for a very long time here at Universal, the food in the park was just okay. Like, you could go to the Harry Potter restaurants, and you can go to the restaurants at City Walk, and you'd have a good meal. But the quick service all around the rest of the resort was really, like, not the best until a couple years ago, in my opinion. The Today Cafe showed up and sort of set up this, like, great food renaissance here in the park. There has been a much better shift of focus towards the quality of food offerings here at the park, and I think Today Cafe is one of the best. There are a dozen different sandwiches to pick from during lunch, and my personal favorite, one that I've gotten many, many times here, is the 30 Rock Midtowner. It is a hot turkey sandwich with Gouda, a cranberry bread, a tomato aioli. It is so good, and it comes with my favorite side here on Universal property. Seriously, the potato salad. It is fingerling potatoes in like this like special sauce. It is cold. It is perfect for lunch. You know, it beats the typical cheeseburgers and chicken fingers, the hot, greasy food. You're getting something really, really good here. And whenever I'm at the park, this would be one of my go-tos. I should try all the sandwiches at the Today Cafe, but I just haven't like committed to that. I just love the 30 Rock Midtowner too much. So if you are here and you're looking for a good lunch spot, this is something I would definitely recommend. And like going back to breakfast, like they have coffee, iced coffee, cold brew coffee do a great job here. There are so many selections, a lot of great desserts as well. Today Cafe is a really great choice and is one of my favorite quick service restaurants at Universal.
Oh, buddy. I was about to leave Today Cafe, but it is actually raining pretty hard right now. So I think I'm gonna stay in the spot that I've got here in this nice, not so busy, air-conditioned indoor Today Cafe.
All right, so I have found a lull in the rain. It has stopped, even though there are some pretty dark clouds coming up. I was trying to figure out what I was gonna be doing for the rest of this video, but honestly, with the Halloween Horror Nights updates, that's kind of all I really got right now. Halloween Horror Nights is going to be the biggest thing that we are going to be leading up to throughout the month of August. It is very quiet. School is back in session. And until the Revenge of the Mummy reopens, there's really not much else going on in the park. I'm also currently in between video ideas as well, so until I can come up with some new ways to entertain you guys on Universal content, Halloween Horror Nights updates are gonna have to do for now, which is fine. But I do apologize for a little bit of a shorter video, but I hope it was enough for you guys. So thank you so much for watching yet another Vincent Vision. Hope you had fun having fun with me. Please be sure to like, subscribe, tell your friends, all that good stuff. Watch some more of my videos. Be on the lookout for more of my videos because, like I said, Halloween Horror Nights is coming and they are just adding more and more as time goes on, and I'll be there to cover it when I get the chance. So until then, thank you guys for watching Vincent Vision, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.